from the CBS Bay Area studios, this is KPIX 5 News.
Welcome back. It's just about 6:30. Good morning. I'm Devin Fehely.
And I'm Julie Watts, and we'll get started this morning, or this half hour rather, with a check of our forecast. We're looking at foggy conditions to start, especially along the coast. Our Golden Gate Bridge camera certainly socked in this morning. Though the farther inland you go, the more sunshine you're going to see. Right now, temperatures are in the low 60s for Concord and Livermore, 64 in San Jose. We're at 58 in Oakland and 56 in San Francisco. Your weather headlines for this Saturday: coast and bay morning fog. Near seasonal, though, in terms of temperatures for this weekend, and that means sunshine for most, but foggy along the coast. A look at our microclimate forecast for this Saturday. You're looking at Clear Lake. Up north, temperatures are soaring in the upper 90s. Sunny and hot for Clear Lake today, 99 tomorrow, flirting with triple digits. Same story in Sacramento, and looking for something to do, you can head inland to the California State Fair. Sunny and hot there, and flirting with triple digits in Sacramento again today. Elsewhere, closer to home, a bit more mild. We're talking 80 in Los Altos for the Art and Wine Festival today. Stern Grove Festival Sunday in San Francisco. Low 60s, clouds, definitely grab a jacket. Same story for the AIDS Walk in San Francisco. Golden Gate Park, 64, cool. Definitely want to grab that jacket. Your full forecast still ahead. Devin.
A missing Oregon woman has been found alive in Monterey County. Angela Hernandez crashed her Jeep Patriot off an Oceanside cliff along Highway 1 south of Big Sur. She hadn't been heard from for a week. Two people walking nearby saw her wrecked vehicle and called 911. These pictures of yesterday's rescue were supplied by first responders in Monterey County. Hernandez is hospitalized with a shoulder injury. Hernandez was able to walk with rescuers once she was saved.
Well, a Stone driver is suspected of causing a violent wreck that shut down the Posey Tube in Alameda and put California State Controller Betty Yee in the hospital. The CHP says one of its officers was driving Yee and her husband in an unmarked state vehicle when a Nissan driven by 24-year-old Aaron George slammed into them. All four were taken to the hospital. George was in the worst shape, though, with major injuries. The injuries to Yee and her husband and the CHP officer are all described as non-life-threatening. The crash shut down the tube for about 90 minutes this afternoon. Drivers who were already inside had to actually back out in a single file line while emergency responders worked their way in. Now, the CHP says George will be booked on DUI charges once he's out of the hospital.
California's Department of Motor Vehicles is apologizing for long wait times at its offices, and it's making more moves to ease the problem. The DMV says the situation is mainly due to demand for federally compliant driver's licenses known as real IDs. The DMV is expanding weekday hours at some locations and is opening more offices for some services on Saturdays. Now, yesterday's announcement came after months of complaints from people who said they've had to wait for hours. Some state lawmakers are demanding answers.
There are literally tens upon thousands of people in California who are being just terribly mistreated with these long lines.
We sincerely apologize for longer wait times, and we're doing everything we can in our power to try to find solutions to that.
Now, meanwhile, the state is investigating an Oakland startup called Yo.gov. It promises to get users a DMV appointment within 2 weeks for a $20 fee. Appointments are normally free, but it can take you months to get one. Now, Yo.gov says that everything it does is legal because it finds appointments by scheduling the DMV database for cancellations.
Meanwhile, police in San Francisco have nabbed a man they're calling the rideshare rapist. They say he posed as an Uber or Lyft driver, lured women into his car, and sexually assaulted them.
In other Bay Area headlines, in Hillsburg, a paraglider walked away unhurt after crashing near Del Rio Woods Beach. It happened yesterday morning. The Sonoma County Sheriff says that the Geyserville man clipped some power lines and trees before crash landing on the beach. Power was shut off while the lines were repaired.
And an unexpected delay for some Oakland Zoo visitors eager to see the new California Trail exhibit. The gondola that carries people to the exhibit suffered a glitch yesterday afternoon. Riders were stuck in the air for about 30 minutes while the zoo had to troubleshoot the problem.
Police are searching for a bank robber who's earned an unusual nickname. He's been linked to recent robberies in Danville, San Ramon, and Cupertino. The suspect has been dubbed the faux badge bandit because he carries a fake police badge. He's also wanted for at least 10 robberies throughout the state. A judge has tentatively tossed a lawsuit to boot Attorney General Javier Becerra from California's November ballot. The suit was filed by former Republican candidate Eric Early, who finished fourth in the June primary. He claims that Becerra is ineligible to hold the post because he wasn't an active member of the state bar when Governor Brown appointed him last year. Becerra was admitted to the bar in 1985, but he was listed as inactive for more than 2 decades while he served in Congress.
The key words are admitted to practice. And as the law in our state says, if you're an involuntary or an inactive member of the state bar, you cannot practice law.
The statute requires one to be a member of the bar, in plain terms. And they're trying to argue that one has to be actively in the courtroom in order to meet that requirement. And that's simply not true.
Now, Early plans to appeal if the judge sticks with his tentative ruling.
Well, good morning, everybody. Got baseball on my mind. Battle of the Bay baseball. Not Tampa Bay, not Chesapeake Bay. San Francisco Bay. Battle Royale. A's, Giants. Come on, you know. Both teams really have had something to play for. They were grilling out last night. Man and his dog outside AT&T Park. Giants got a ball to get on the board. And the A's, well, they did what the A's do. A long ball. Chad Pender, a 5th-inning solo homer, tied the game at 1. By the 7th, up a run, bases loaded. Stephen Duggar got right on through, and that scored a couple of runs. It was a 5-run inning. Giants cruised from there, won the game 7-1, game 2. Later on tonight. Later on this today, it'll be Andre Ward, not doing damage like he did here for 23 years, winning world titles in 2 weight classes and an Olympic gold medal, and retired undefeated. He's giving back today. A day and night of local amateur boxing. He calls it the next generation showdown.
We have over 20 some odd fights. There's going to be 5 or 6 women's bouts.
That's a long day and night.
It's a long day and night. And it's going to be a great day of fun. Mm-hmm. You know, we got fighters from 18 to 40. I'm just excited to see, this group of talent. I'm excited to mingle with the fans and with the fighters. This is what it's all about. This is what I envision when I retire.
Hayward High School, his alma mater, that is the site. Autograph sessions start as early as noon with Ward himself, and then the first bout scheduled for 2 p.m. That is sports at this hour. Get out there and have a great Saturday, and I'll see you later.
And it's time for us to call it a morning. Thank you for watching KPIX 5 News this morning.